Hello, great people. The Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mojisola Meranda, has been ordered to resign for no other person than the impeached Speaker, Tinubu's loyal boy, Mudashiru Obasa. Mudashiru Obasa, according to the agreement, is naturally not meant to be in that position. I will tell you what happened, the politics behind it. We'll be looking at the implication of it and what this marks for 2027, and also will this end the political crisis in Lagos State, and how is the political actors taking it both from the Miranda side and from the Obasa side. We'll be dissecting all these issues and more in the fold of the Lagos APC on this episode of Politing with Dr. Mojisola Meranda. You will recall that Mudashiru Obasa was impeached by over 30 lawmakers out of 40, and Mojisola Meranda, who happens to be his deputy, was installed as speaker. But when Obasa returned from the United States, he said the process that led to his impeachment was illegal. And Obasa had the backing of the president, Bola Tinubu, who wasn't carried along in the course of the impeachment. And of course, Obasa has enjoyed great tremendous support from Bola Tinubu. Now, what is now happening? You will recall that the DSS invaded the Lagos State House of Assembly at one point in time, and after a while, the impeached speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, stormed the Lagos State House of Assembly with heavily armed security men, where he held plenary with about 4 members of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Now, this is where it gets interesting. After that, there was chaos. Mojisola Meranda visited the Lagos State House of Assembly, and the workers were reportedly, instructed to work from home. But then the case is in court. But words have come in from the high power source, which is from the presidency, that okay, in this case, this is what should happen, this is the best, and they've agreed on it. But at the end of the day, it may turn out to be a power play against Miranda. What did they agree on? Which is that Miranda should resign her position. Why did they tell Miranda to resign her position? I will tell you in a moment. It is also agreed that Mudashiru Obasa should also resign his position. Then a new speaker would emerge. Now, why did they say that? Because of the cases in court. They don't want any legal entanglement. So it is believed that Mojisola Meranda is the speaker at this point in time. So if she resigns by her own handwriting, then Obasa will come on board to resign. The Obasa will be made speaker. Then he will resign. Then another speaker will now emerge. I'll tell you the politics and how this may likely fail. And now, Tinubu may eventually outsmart all of them. First, Miranda was ordered to resign because she is not from Lagos West, and the governor is from Lagos Central. The deputy governor is from Lagos East. Now, Miranda, if she resigns and they eventually install Mudashiru Obasa, at the end of the day, ask yourself, what happens if Obasa fails to resign? Don't you think that is possible? Because the speakership has to go to Lagos West. Obasa is from Lagos West. So if Mojisola Meranda resigns and at the end of the day, they refuse to give power to another person, or when power has been given back to Obasa to resign, what will now happen? Now, if Obasa resigns, what will now happen if the person that is now installed as speaker is Obasa's boy or right-hand man that is acting as a stooge for Obasa? Because Obasa has the support of the president, and it is agreed that a new speaker would emerge. But then there is a politics behind it, which is at the end of the day, a new speaker may not eventually emerge. It will be Obasa that will remain as the speaker. This is where a new speaker can emerge, except if they decide to do everything in one day, which is that at that same plenary, Mojisola Meranda decides to resign. Obasa is reinstated at that same plenary. Obasa also resigns at that same plenary. A new speaker emerges at that same plenary. But if they don't do it that way, if they are adjourning that, okay, Mojisola Meranda resign today, Obasa will come and resign tomorrow. Between now and that tomorrow, there may be a lot of power play. There may be a lot of, resources, financial resources flying all over the place. A lot of alignment and realignment may have taking place. And don't forget that Mudashiru Obasa has strong network and has been in the political fold in APC for quite a while. So in all of this, the person that is most likely to lose more is Mojisola Meranda. But then the party leaders try to give a legal backing to it in the sense that they met with the Lagos State Attorney General, um, Pedro, and for the Lagos State Attorney General to be there in the premises of the Lagos State House of Assembly, which I will try and attach a picture or video of that meeting to your screen at this point in time, you will see that they are trying to give it some legal backing. But as I said, Lagos politics is very, very dynamic. They may be playing Miranda to get out of the position, then the Obasa people will now try and play smart. But then that will lead to serious crisis because Obasa currently does not have the majority support. If they say they are supporting him, it is not from the mind. It doesn't have the majority support of the lawmakers in the Lagos State House of Assembly. So they need to be very careful in the way they play the politics of Lagos State at this point in time. But then they have no choice than to listen to the president, and it's whatever the president wants at the end of the day, most especially because he is the president. So if you want to disobey him, you will think of the consequence because he has the police, he has the DSS, he has the military, he's the godfather of Lagos politics, he has always been in charge. Perhaps if Tinubu is not the president, maybe some of them would have revolted against him to the last. So Miranda and Obasa, were being ordered to have this consultation among themselves, and it is hopeful that as Miranda is resigning, within a night twinkle, Obasa would also resign. That is if they decide to play according to agreement. And now, this may bring to your mind that what about the court case? Well, at the end of the day, if they go as planned, and I believe that the lawmakers at this point in time may be signing some document. If they go as planned, then the lawmakers, will have no choice than to withdraw the case, and also Obasa will withdraw his own case in court. And don't be surprised, the document may have already been made. Documents indicating non-interest to further the case in court may have been signed. Document, by Miranda, a resignation may have already been signed. All the documents may have been signed accordingly. What will now remain is just for you to be executed by the parties that signed the document. So you've already signed that you are no longer interested in the case in court. So if you have allegedly signed, what will now remain is for the action to take place. And some of these guys can go ahead. So far it is your signature to institute the action on your behalf. And of course, the powers that be are stronger than you, and there's nothing you can do. So at the end of the day, this may lead to the end of the case in court. But what can really bring succor is for Obasa to be out and Mojisola Meranda to be out. Why don't they want Meranda? The power equation. Why is it that Obasa too is being told that to be thinking of resignation? That is if they agree to that is if Obasa agree to act as planned. But then the Obasa boys, at least, they may also play their own game. But one thing I see in all of this is that Tinubu sees Meranda as a product of coup against his empire. Don't mistake me, Tinubu likes Meranda. It was reported that he was very happy that a female emerged as Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, and he would have wished for her to continue if Meranda had been from the Lagos West. But then again, the Tinubu boys were convincing the president that as much as this woman is good, as much as it is a good development for a woman to be the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, the way Miranda emerged, it's like a coup against your empire. And if she's allowed to stay, then these people will think that they can also do more things and take more decisions against your political empire. So, in addition to all those arguments, definitely Miranda has to go, because the president, despite the fact that Miranda is not from Lagos West, if the president truly want to use his magnanimity to let the Miranda remain on that seat, Miranda would remain. But then the president wasn't carried along, and Obasa, as he himself said, has always been an ally of the president since he left secondary school. So Tinubu wants Obasa, but then Obasa was too forward in the sense that he went to the State House of Assembly and he didn't carry the people that he's supposed to carry along. He didn't carry them along, and that also is having a backfiring effect on Obasa. But in all of this, the people of Lagos State have to be very careful, particularly the political class, especially on gender sensitivity. You see, Miranda is a woman, and if Lagos State, the political circle in Lagos State, particularly the APC, have given enough women the opportunity, have given the House of Assembly ticket to enough women, definitely there will be a woman on standby to replace Miranda from Lagos West. But because the men in the political circle in Nigeria are greedy, they want everything to belong to them. They want to take all the slot. Even if it's possible for them to take every slot 100%, they will take it. That is how greedy Nigerian men are in terms of politics, power, and governance. So this is a wake-up call for the APC, because if not that, the Lagos people are, those are, in terms of being politically active, they have left the political scene for the political actors that they already know how they do their things. People have resigned to their fate. If it were to be a gender sensitive state, the removal of Miranda would have come with serious consequence. And also, I hope that the person that will eventually become the speaker at the end of the day, if Obasa eventually resigns as well, is that would be a true indigene of Lagos State, because those are one of the dynamics. Mojisola Meranda is a true indigene of Lagos State, and it is reported that even Obasa is allegedly not a true indigene of Lagos State. So if you remove a true indigene of Lagos State in the wake of a leadership crisis, then you put somebody that is allegedly a non-indigene of Lagos State, and that person failed to resign, that itself may bring another round of crisis. But if Obasa resigns at the end of the day, if it's out of the way, and a true Lagos indigene is brought into the picture, then there may be perfect peace at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, that may see the end of the whole crisis in the Lagos State House of Assembly. But in all of this, may the best emerge for the people of Lagos State, and may the growth and development that usually come with democracy in Senate climes be the lot of the people of Lagos and Nigeria as a whole. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politin with Dr. Mojisola. Did you do want to subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos, and of course I have great interesting videos coming your way. Till I see you again, always remember that I love you all sincerely.